Well, I hope you took my advice and bet on Manny Pacquiao last night because on the video report yesterday, I mean, if you went back and looked at my analysis and how I thought the fight would break down, it played out exactly as I forecasted. But please, let's not romanticize the victory here because Pacquiao is shot. I mean, he started down the hill few years ago, maybe 3 years ago, and he is quickly going downhill. He could hang around and win some more big money. And supposedly, the reports were from his last fight that he had some financial problems. Gee, first boxer to have financial problems late in their career or post career. What a surprise that would be. But the fact is, the guy doesn't have the reflexes he once did. He doesn't absorb a punch like he once did. And as you saw again last night, despite all of Freddie Roach, his trainers' protests coming into the fight and all the predictions that, Pacquiao would be gunning for the knockout, he doesn't have the punching power anymore. He's not going to KO anybody. And Bob Arum, who, back in the old days when I was covering boxing, there was Bob Arum and Don King. I used to think Bob Arum was more the saner of the two and less flamboyant for sure. I don't know. I think the guy's off his rocker. I mean, granted, he's like 82 years old or something, but some of the pre and post fight comments from Arum, I don't get it. But please, let's not ever, ever discuss a Mayweather Pacquiao fight again because these guys are both on the downside of their careers. But when going down that hill, Pacquiao is definitely further toward the bottom and has a head start on Mayweather. Mayweather were to destroy him 5 years ago? I don't know. To be honest with you, I think it would have been a great pound for pound fight, one of the all time classics between two warriors that would never give up. But nowadays, I think Mayweather would take care of him, and it wouldn't even have to get mixing up that much with Pacquiao. And again, you saw last night, Pacquiao cannot take a punch any longer. Not like the old days when he'd wade in and trade punches. He'd give up 8 to hit 3 solid ones to the head of an opponent. So on the downside of his career, but hey, bottom line is it was an entertaining fight to a certain extent. Kind of boring, really, when you think about it, though, in many regards, because Pacquiao more or less dictated the tempo of the fight, threw more punches, landed more power punches. And in terms of the judging, it's kind of funny. I actually had him with a wider margin of victory on my card than the judges did. And going into the fight, I told you, I thought one of the biggest advantages that Pacquiao would have here is the predisposition of the judges based on how he got robbed the first time around. So I was right. Teddy Atlas was wrong. But hey, it was an interesting fight anyway. So now we got Mayweather to beat up a chump about a month from now. Big deal. Okay, guys, let's get started here with your Sunday video report. Listen, Brad Wilton. Yesterday, I gave you his early release, which happened to be the Cleveland Indians, which, of course, was my early best bet as well yesterday over the Chicago White Sox. And you got that bankroll builder for $34. That was on the heels of getting Thursday's winner on Chicago-Cleveland over as the triple play, $7.77 play of the day, which was preceded by Wednesday's $5 play of the day winner on Milwaukee-Philadelphia over. Today, not only is he going for winner number 12 out of 16, but his biggest baseball release of the season, a play bigger than any of those selections I just recapped for you, is 59 underdog game of the month. It goes on the afternoon card. $10 bettors have won $6,580 following Brad's baseball betting advice the past 2 years, including $1,385 already this season. He's won 7 of his first 9 plays. And of course, his overall profit, $13,800 plus since last July. You get it as the half price play of the day simply by using coupon code HALF. HALF. It's that easy. $5 play of the day, turning to Chris Jordan's opening month total of the year on the Yankees Orioles over under. It's his 400-star baseball winner number 50 out of 83. 50 out of 83. You get it for $5. Chris 5. Save $80 off the regular price, I believe. And finally, the charity play of the week. Winner number 31 out of 51, and for the third straight Sunday, as Matt Rivers and Shawn Michaels have delivered winners for you the previous 2 Sundays, turning to Trace Adams today to make it 3 in a row and 31 out of 51. He's got his total of the month in baseball. Cleveland and Chicago, the over-under. It's a top-rated 1,000-star play. $1 bettors up $13,125 in baseball. Dating back to last season, you get this play for free simply by using coupon code FREE. It costs you $85. You get it for free. FREE. Again, if it wins tomorrow, I will ask you to make a donation to someone who needs some type of financial assistance usually because of some type of medical crisis that's affected them or their family. And if it loses, well, it's gambling, guys. No guarantees, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So there you go. That's a high. Oh, quick congratulations going out to Jeff Benton for the 5th consecutive day yesterday. You got his best bet at a discounted price, $9, 59 NL Central total of the year. Pirates Brewers held under by 3 runs. And FYI, he's going for winning day number 7 out of 8 today with a 30-time run line massacre. Let's get to your free selections, guys. I'm going to start in the NBA tonight with an interesting game, I think, of all the games on the card today, the Portland Golden State contest. Now, the Trailblazers are -3 at home. Golden State has dominated this series, but the Warriors are playing their 3rd game in 4 days. And you have to be a little bit concerned with the way the Warriors just simply no-showed as a double-digit favorite against Denver and losing that game outright to the Nuggets just a couple of nights ago. Now, they did rebound by smoking the Lakers in LA, but was that really that hard to accomplish? Now, Portland's playing very good ball. I mean, they're coming off a 111-99 win against Utah on Friday. The Blazers have won 3 in a row, 7 of their last 8. And in that stretch, they've held their foes to 96.3 points. Portland can clinch at least a 5th-place finish in the Western Conference playoff standings. And they're still alive chasing number 4 Houston at this point if they win today. And, of course, you know the top 4 get the home court advantage in the first round, and they are 29-10 playing at home this season. But here's the thing. In the last 2 meetings, both of which have gone to the Warriors, including a 113-112 win in Portland back on March 16th, Stephen Curry has just been unstoppable with 75 points and 11 three-pointers in those 2 games. Now, the Warriors have a lot to play with for as well. You know, they can still stay alive for the 5th playoff seed, which really doesn't mean a lot. It's just based on who you play, and they can clinch number 6 in the West today. The interesting thing, the one thing that I haven't told you so far, in that winning streak for Portland, in which they've won 7 out of 8, the one loss came at home to the Phoenix Suns. What do the Suns do? What do the Warriors do? Play up-tempo style of ball. Score a lot of points, and that puts a ding into the Trailblazers' armor. And when you've got Klay Thompson, Stephen Curry, both on red-hot rolls, I think the way to go here tonight is to grab the points with the Warriors plus the 3 in what should be another game that should come right down to the wire like the last one in Portland did in a series that the Warriors have dominated here of late. So I like the Warriors plus the points. Now, an early NBA game, Oklahoma City. You're taking a chance here with the Thunder today. They're a 2-point underdog at Indiana, despite the fact the Pacers just got hammered at Miami on Friday night, despite the fact that the Pacers are a dysfunctional crew, despite the fact that the Pacers have lost 8 of their last 11 games. The reason why? Thunder have nothing to play for. They've clinched the number 2 seed in the West. They're not going to beat out San Antonio for number 1. So, is today the day that they give Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook extended rest? Do they play them even at all? I mean, that's what you're taking the risk if you bet the Thunder here today. Keep in mind, in the last game, Durant had 36 points, 10 rebounds. Westbrook had 26 points and 13 assists. 3 wins the past 2 years between these 2 teams. The Thunder's 3 wins. They've all been by double-digit margins. You have a Pacers team that doesn't need a new head coach. You have a Pacers team that needs psychoanalysis. This is a team that might need lithium. I mean, they have got some severe bonding and psychological issues here. I mean, clearly at the head of the pack is Roy Hibbert, who has just disappeared, averaging 8.5 points a game in the last 10. Their defense, which was so good early in the season, has totally collapsed. They've given up 101 points on average in their last 8 games. Again, they've lost 3 in a row, 6 out of 8, 10 out of 13. The Thunder come in here, even if they give Durant and Westbrook rest. Well, you know, Jackson has been playing great when Westbrook has been out so often this season. Durant, you're not going to replace 35 points a game, okay, granted. But again, this is a team that when they played at full strength back in the first season matchup, and when the Pacers had won 18-20 to start the season, that first meeting, December 8th in Oklahoma City, Thunder crushed them 118-94. Even if they rest their guys today, I think the wise money move is to go ahead and back the Thunder here again, because you have a team in the Thunder. You have a fractured group and a collection of players playing individual ball for the Pacers, and they're lost on the court. So you go with the Thunder. Finally, in baseball today, I'm going to take a shot with the New York Yankees with Ivan Nova today at home. Nova, geez, he got ripped in his last start. But here's the deal. He had a 2.44 earned run average last year at home versus 4.40 on the road. So nearly 2 runs better per game pitching in the Bronx. Now, in Baltimore, in his last start on Tuesday, at home against Baltimore on Tuesday, he had a bad outing. I mean, he gave up 7 runs and 10 hits in 3 and 2/3 innings. But again, I go back to his long-term consistency pitching at home. And his first start in Houston, he was okay. Struggled with his control, 5 walks, gave up a couple of runs in 5 and 2/3 innings. But I like the Yankees here to rebound in this particular contest. They won yesterday 7-4 after losing 4-2 Friday and taking the series opener 4-1. So I will go with the Yankees here as your baseball selection. Best of luck to you guys, and I will catch you again on Monday when we do this once more. And remember, NBA playoffs just around the corner. So playoffs are, I'll tell you what, the playoffs are easier to win than in the NBA regular season. And it's for the reason simply being that you have 7-game series. So you're able to see the momentum, the shifts. You're able to get the tendencies of the teams because you're playing back-to-back in the early series, back-to-back nights, or you're playing, the 2-3-2, 2-2-2-1, 2-2-1-1 format. Bottom line is you have 2 teams. You have regular season history in the early portions of the postseason. You have significant regular season history, and then you have the day-to-day comparison. So it's easier to win in the playoffs. Playoffs also offer you an opportunity to bet series as well. You're not going to bet the Miami Heat against the Atlanta Hawks laying 2001. You're not going to do that. But in some of the more competitive price series, not only can you make some easy money, but you also are afforded the opportunity to bail out if things aren't going your way. So it's something to consider with the NBA playoffs coming around the corner. And as you know, the NBA playoffs will be over sometime in the middle of September in the 3rd week of the NFL season. So we will be here. We ain't going anywhere. And I'll talk to you again tomorrow.